Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're back for more action here from the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club, Dubai, UAE. And it's time for the start of our second match here. The small matter of Bangash against Habtoor. The temperature, 26 degrees, there's a nice breeze. There's 10% chance of rain. You're right. As we see Facundo Sola practicing his penalties down there, having the ball teed up for him. God, they're so spoilt, these high goal boys. So spoilt. Looks like he's hitting it pretty well. That one a little bit flat, but plenty on it. For the benefit of our Polo Line TV viewers, we're going to go to a replay from Friday, and it's Mohamed Al Habtoor's goal against IFZA. A horse race here between Tariq Al Habtoor and Essayin. Essayin goes long, looking for Mohamed. Mohamed will drop in on this. Mohamed Al Habtoor now, who's done a lot of work in defence against Tariq. This time he's in attack, and that's a superb approach shot from Mohamed. Oh, look at this from Mohamed. Can he flick this one back towards goal? He steadies the pony. Wonderful stuff from Mohamed Al Habtoor. So as we go down to the Bangash camp, we see Benja Panelo there, the number 3, looking very relaxed. Just having a chat with his teammate, Hasso Grotto. Benja just checking his fan mail before he goes onto the field. Playing out of his skin this season, Panelo, having a very good tournament. In fact, he's had a good season. At the moment, he's on the top scorers list with 11 goals, having played a game less than some of the others. Of course, for those of you who have just tuned in, you would have missed, we have IFZA against Gantoot earlier on, and it was a close contest in the end. But Gantoot, with their 3rd win of the contest of this tournament, running out winners 12 goals to 10. And that puts them straight into a semi-final as first qualifiers. The winner of this clash will finish 2nd, and the runner-up will be 3rd. So there's an awful lot on this game. I don't think anyone wants to face Gantoot, do they? Not from what we've seen thus far. You'd want to wait until the final. Let's go to our runners and riders for this one. Bangash. 1-1 lost one. At number 1 is Haider Bangash. At 2, Federico von Potosky. At 3, we've just seen him down in the Bangash camp, Benjamin Panelo. And at back, the unmistakable figure of Jacinto Grotto. And their opponents here this afternoon. The man himself, Mohamed Al Habtoor, is at number 1. At 2, Felix Essayin. 3 is Juan Jaureche, and at 4, the highest rated player in the country, and of course in this tournament, of a 9-goal handicap, Facundo Sola. Our umpires on the ponies for this one is going to be Rafael Silva and Pedro Wright. And our 3rd man in the chair is Daniel Boudou. Hasso Grotto is on board. Couple of little practice swings for him as he walks onto the field. And there we see Essayin and Sola. Facu Sola playing in the number 4 shirt here for Habtoor. There's Jauretxe at the front of your screen. Umpires have blown the whistle. And they are calling the players across to the tee. They're ready to get this one underway. As we see the stats there from Sola, 16 goals so far. He scored 10 in the last game. And he's right up there at the top of the top scorers list. Kaku Raja on 17 currently. But of course, Marcus Araja having played an extra game. We just saw him in action in the 2 o'clock game. Panelo currently sitting on 11 goals. And Isidro Estrada has 14, having played the extra game, of course, having featured in that IFZA Mara Gantut game at 2 o'clock. There's Haida. Watch out for him. He's reads the game very well, and he gets a good backhander away. He's made some very important plays in this IFZA Gold Cup 2021 thus far. Esain going through there, the number 2. Young man from Argentina. We would like to thank our title sponsor, International Free Zone Authority, and the main man, Martin Pedersen. IFZA provide local and international businesses the ideal platforms, infrastructure and location that epitomise the benefits of the UAE's strategic geographic position, world-class infrastructure and business and tax-friendly environment. If you're thinking of relocating, setting up a business, moving your business here to Dubai, IFZA are the experts and they're the ones that are going to help you out. Contact them and get it done. Bentley Emirates, our main sponsor, are the largest Bentley dealer in the world, and they're part of the Prestige Cars division of the Al Habtoor Motors. Bentley Emirates is driven by professionalism, quality, high standards, and continues to serve with utmost confidence. The US Polo Association is proud to be the official apparel partner of the Dubai Gold Cup. The brand not only designs custom performance jerseys worn by some of the teams competing in the tournament, but also sells its product in Dubai and 180 countries around the world. Other sponsors include Diamond Lease and Hilden Water. As we see on the screen there, Marco Fogaccia, team manager of Bangash, the man that put this organization together. Nervous moments there for Marco down in the Bangash camp. So Peter Wright's just called the players across. They're going to do the toss there on that tee on the far side and work out who's going where. It looks like the red shirts of Habtoor will be heading down to the scoreboard end. And we are underway. Haida Bangash. Backed up here by Federico von Pitoski. Fedi bringing it back into his own half. Lovely block coming in from Panelo. What a well-timed ride-off that was, and that allowed his teammate to turn with the ball as he nudged Jauretxe out of the way. Panelo now picks it up here for Bangash. Benja sweeps it across the field and then goes from range. He's chopped it back in field. It's not going to reach. Sola's putting the brakes on. The two of them go flying through there. Who's going to come up with this? Flick shot there. A little backhander coming in there from Hasso Croto. But the Reds have stopped it. and turning the ball away from the danger zone there. And reaching out is Esain. Big ride-off coming in there from Hasokroto. Picked up by Sola now. Facu Sola. Escaping with the ball on the far side. Sola. Flying through there was Hasokroto, and he's momentarily stopped the attack, and Von Potocki will fake the backhander and try and get the ball away from Sola here. He's put the brakes on. Good work from Fede. Oh, and Fede's done him there. He's absolutely skinned Sola, and he's got the ball down into the corner slightly. Oh, he tried to flick it around and didn't get the play that he wanted. There's a big whistle as Facu Sola was waiting, and the umpires have dropped the ball down, and they're going to give a spot hit in favor of the red shirts of Habtoor. Bird's eye view from the Bangash camp as Esain comes in and pushes that one out towards Sola. He's up over the halfway line, but Panelo comes in. His backhander will fall nicely here for Esain. Fakes to pull the trigger and then leaves the ball for his teammate Jauretche. Jauretche in turn leaves it for Sola. Good interchange here between the red shirts of Habtoor, and then Sola goes long, didn't quite get the contact on that one that he wanted, and that's allowed Von Potocki to come in and play it under his pony's tail. Oh, look at that, absolutely smashing that one round the corner. It was Benjamin Panelo. Sola is there. That's tucked away on the boards. Esain comes in, good work from him. And he's done a good job there, and he's got that out in front of Jauretche. Jauretche under pressure here from Von Potocki, who came in but mistimed the ride-off slightly, and Sola will pick it up now as he sweeps back behind the two ponies and punches it up towards Mohammed. Mohammed comes in there, and he's taken out of the play there by Haider Bangash. Good work in defence there by Haider. Half appealing for the foul, and then thinking twice there was Esain as Benjamin Panelo picks it up and turns defence into attack here for Bangash. Sweeps the ball up on the near side of his pony. Attracts the attention here of Jauretche. Jauretche's backhander has been plucked out of the sky there by Von Potocki, and then Sola comes in, but it's dropped nicely here for Hasokroto. Can he get the ball forward here to Panelo? Oh, didn't quite get the angle that he wanted, and Panelo tried to return the pass up towards Hasso, and the attack has broken down. Here comes Jauretche. Jauretche under pressure instantaneously here from Von Potocki. Sola will pick up the pieces. Sola getting a little bit of protection there from Jauretche. And then dancing past Hasokroto. Good work here from Facundo Sola. And as Benjamin Panelo came back at him, there was a loud blast from Peter Wright. And the Reds think this one's gone in their favour. They're marching up towards the penalty. Well, let's see what the umpires decide. It's going to be a penalty for. Ball dropped down there by Rafa Silva. And it's going to be a 60-yard penalty opportunity here for Habtoor. The UAE team just looking on, summing up their opponents, taking it all in, talking tactics, checking horses, checking out set plays, and working out how they're going to play these two if they meet them later on in the tournament. Facu Sola circling around here, looking to draw first blood for Habtoor. Oh, he's turned it over, and it's in the end, it's well wide to the left. Play is called, and Hasokroto takes a quick one. Probably too quick. He's rushed it slightly, and he's lucky to get that ball back there as Sola was well positioned and momentarily stopped that attack. Oh, and a mistake there by Kroto, and just as well that Von Potocki had read it. Look at that work. Sweeping up there in defence is Von Potocki. Didn't quite get the angle on the pass that he wanted, but he's done really well there, and he's gone past Jauretche, and there's a chance. They've got 3-on-2 here. Bangash are on the march. Von Potocki sweeps it back in field. Sola is absolutely flying back. Von Potocki's shot goes through. Oh, Oh, Panelo's there, and the hook comes in. Von Potocki flicks it towards goal, but I think the Reds are going to clear it here in the form of Jauretche. Jauretche's tail shot goes out. It's returned there by Hasso Kroto, and Von Potocki shoots with an open backhander, and Fedi's got the score, and it's the Greens that open the scoring here. Bangash are 1-0. Well, in the end, they had to work very hard for it, but it was a good read there by Fedi Von Potocki, who straightened up and came in head-to-head on that open backhand. Umpire not happy with the hustle and bustle in the throw-in. This time they're underway. It's Essayin with Haider Bangash, but an immediate whistle there from Peter Wright, and he's signalling that the well, it's going to be a spot hit to the Reds. Not sure if the ball had been moved that much in the throw-in. But here comes Felix Essayin. Flicks it out towards Sola. And then comes in and blocks Von Potocki to give Sola a little bit of time and space. Hasso Kroto comes in. Super work from him. Oh, lovely stuff. He got in between there and he crunched Sola out of the way. Sola doesn't like it, but play will continue. It's Benjamin Panelo escaping on the far side. Jauretche, last line of defence here for the red shirts of Habtoor. Panelo takes a contact, switches. Oh, good hook coming in there, and Essayin will come back. Chops that backhander, but it's going to be picked up here by Fedi Von Potocki. Fedi up in front of goal. Oh, and Von Potocki came flying through with Facu Sola. And Rafa Silva well positioned, as was Peter Wright. And to be fair to them, both in good positions there. And there's a loud blast from the umpire's whistle. And with 1 minute and 33 seconds left on the clock here in the first, there's going to be a chance here for the Greens to double their lead. And it's stroked across the line there with the half swing. And 10 minutes remaining. They're 2-0. Once again, Peter Wright not happy with the argy-bargy in the throw-in. Too much movement, too much contact. He's calling for a clear channel. And this time he gets them underway. Sola is there prowling at the front of the throw-in. Facundo Sola picking up possession here for Habtoor. Hasso Kroto appealing and then moving out of the way. Sola trying to offload this towards Essayin. And Essayin will switch to the near side. Flying through there, but he's over the top of the play. Panelo turns it around with a superb tail backhander out towards Hasso Kroto. Kroto waiting for the cavalry to arrive, and well, that's a very difficult shot from that angle to try and get that back to Panelo. Unless you hit it really, really hard, it just doesn't work, and that's what's happened. Sola has picked it up here, dancing his way past Panelo. Facundo Sola reaching out and plucking the ball forward and up over the halfway line. This time, well, he's gone past Von Potocki, and it'll be Hasso Kroto that comes across and puts the skids on this attack here. Superb stuff from Kroto reaching out there, and Panelo will pick it up once again for Bangash. Panelo backed up by Von Potocki. He goes long up towards Haider Bangash, and Haider having to put the brakes on and wait for that ball to catch up with him as the pass was a bit short, but Haider's done well. He's nicked it away from Mohamed. Jauretche. Lovely near side open backhander there from Jauretche, but Panelo will pick it up. Oh, and there's a whistle on the play as Facundo Sola came flying through. That's going to be the last of the action here in this first chukker. Wonderful stuff. And a great start by Bangash. They'll come off here, and it is 2-0. Welcome back to field number 1 here at the Habtoor Polo Resort and Club, as we see Benjamin Panelo there, the number 3 for Bangash. Jauretche, Sola, and Habtoor. There's Fedi Pompatoski just getting himself set for the start of this second chukka. Got a few more messages coming in from our Polo Line TV viewers. Matias AG says, saludos from Argentina. Not quite sure which Matias that is or whereabouts they are in Argentina, but good to hear from you. Adam Snowden, good job, Tiggs. Thanks, Adam. Good to hear from you, Snowy. Hope you're enjoying the action. And another message from Shohul Tiger saying, thanks, boss, and sending his regards to Adam Snowden. If you want to contact us on Polo Line, we'll get your message read out. Feel free. Its Instagram is Polo Line OK, Facebook Polo Line Int, and Twitter at Polo Line. 5B here to the Reds. Here comes Sola. Didn't quite get all of that, but it's quite well directed, and it's fallen nicely here for Esain, but a good ride-off coming in there from Hasso Croto. Croto sweeps it away under his pony's tail. Picked up this time by Jauretche. Putting the brakes on there is Juan Jauretche. Will he leave this one for Sola? Pompatoski's there, hacking away and working hard, but Jauretche's done well, and he's up over the 30, and Jauretche flicks it down towards goal. Croto will have to come and deal with it. Oh, and he's done really well there. How did he get that away? He's absolutely looped it up with a superb tail backhander, and he put it down the back line, but it's back in possession of Habtoor here. Sola working it back towards goal. He shoots into the traffic, and Pompatoski will come through and chop it away from the danger zone. The counter-attack is on here for the green shirts of Bangash. Well, just as I say that, Hasso Croto just taking his time here. He had Panelo in acres of space. This time he finds him with the under the neck shot. Benja Panelo will switch over and pick this one up on the easy side of his pony. Sola comes across here on the halfway line, and Panelo tries to return that up towards Hasso Croto. Croto's done really well to punch that one through as he drops in behind the pony there of Jauretche. But eventually the two of them cancel each other out, and it's in possession of young Esain. Esain takes the contact there on Pompatoski and leaves it here for Sola. Pit forward, working it up towards the halfway line. He's appealing for the foul there, but don't think there was much in it. Jauretche coming through. And, well, Sola realizing that Panelo was dropping in behind the pony of Jauretche. And Benjamin Panelo doesn't like it, but I have to say, it looked like a monstrous foul to me. Marco Focaccia down there with his herd, his brood, watching on from the Bangash camp. And, well, they've done very well so far, Bangash. They're 2-0 up, but they're going to be facing a 40-yard hit here and a chance for Facundo Sola to put Habtoor on the scoreboard here. 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the second. Well, he composed himself well because the pony didn't help him out. A little bit of a jink, and she went sideways on him just before he pulled the trigger. But good composure from the 9-goaler, and he's got the score. And the difference is just one. It's 2-1. Back to the centre, and of course the teams change ends. It'll be the green shirts of Bangash going down to that big scoreboard. Haida Bangash will have to come out of the way and let Sola bring this one around the corner. Fedi Pompatoski's appealing for the foul, but Sola has escaped with the ball, and he's punched it forward towards Mohamed, and Mohamed Al Habtoor is absolutely free. He shoots. Well, the goal judge has given it in, but I think that's wide, isn't it? I think he's missed it. He's overcut it, and he's missed that right-hand post. What an opportunity that was. And the score remains 2-1. Knock in here to Bangash. Panelo working his way into some space here on the right-hand side. He's going to receive the pass from Hasokroto. Fizzes that one into the boards. Jauretche will be the first to show here for Habtoor. Von Potowski comes across and thinks about it, but in the end leaves his teammate to come in and get the challenge there on Jauretche. Here comes Esayin, turns it back in field. Sola drops in behind. Sola will pick this one up. There's a little block there from Esayin, and that's given Fakul Sola a little bit of time, but he didn't quite get the contact on that one that he wanted, and possession will go back to Bangash here on their own 60-yard line. Working it away from the danger zone here is Benjamin Panelo. Sola is still there, and he's hustling away here, Facundo Sola, and he's nicked the ball back for Habtoor. Fakul Sola waiting for the space to open up. He pulls the trigger. He's going to get it from there, reaching out. Oh, Esayin is there, and a quick reflex shot from him, and he's pulled it left. So they're shaving and assaulting that goal at the top end, but thus far, one went wide right, one's gone wide left, and it'll be a big sigh of relief here for Hasokroto as he brings the ball back into play. Panelo goes out to the left-hand side, and Kroto keeps possession, chops it down the field, and, well, Jauretche thinks about coming in. Sola's going to take over, take the hook there on Kroto, and the two of them cancel each other out. Jauretche with a chance to turn this one back in field. Von Potowski's there for a piece of the action, and there's a bit of a mad scrap here for possession. Von Potowski does really well there and sweeps it forward. Oh, and he goes for the big swing. Appealing for the foul there. Good hook there on the backhander from Fede Von Potowski. He's just about stayed in the saddle. Superb bit of riding there from Fede. Play will continue. It's mad. He's got his reins over one side of the pony, and that's great stuff from Fede Von Potowski. Flying through there on their head-to-head, but he's going to have to yield and let Esayin come through and set up an attack here for Habtoor. Esayin punches it forward. Well positioned, here's Haider Bangash, and we talked about his backhanders, and there's an absolute beauty from Haider. Look at that, he smashed it on the near side of his pony, and Von Potowski's got the chestnut running, and he's doing a superb job. Look at this for an approach shot from Fede. It looks absolutely perfect. He's got time to steady the pony and stick and ball this one across the line. What a wonderful bit of defence there from Haider Bangash to set up Fede Von Potowski, and the Greens go 3-1. A lot of players changing ponies. Nice open passage of play that was in this second chukker. Good chukker of polo. And well, the Reds assaulting that goal at the top end, missing their opportunities, and they find themselves trailing here by 2. It's 3-1 to the Greens. Faking the backhander there is Hasokroto. He spins it around the corner and then lashes it up towards Benjamin. Panelo taken out of the play there by Esayin. His backhander goes out towards the boards, and it'll be Hasokroto flying through there, trying to get a first-time near-side backhander, but he was very close to the boards, and he got absolutely nothing on the ball. Sola thumps it forward. Here comes Bangash once again in defence. Surely not. Haider. This time he didn't get much on it, but he certainly changed the direction of play, and it's helped on its way there by Fede Von Potowski. Esayin is there. Sola has got it. Fakul Sola goes past Benja Panelo. Von Potowski comes across to try and put the spoilers here on this play from Facundo Sola. Sola's up over the 60. Panelo comes in and reaches out for the hook. Von Potowski's there. Oh, he's done them all. He's absolutely skinned them. Superb stuff from Fakul Sola. Well, he had to work hard for it. He beat Hasokroto on the boards. Benja Panelo was there for a piece of the action. He went past him, and Fede came in with that near side play, but the ball was nudged past him, and Sola put the hammer down. And at the end of the second chukker, right in the dying embers, Habtoor closed the gap. Bangash still with the advantage, 3-2. Yes, indeed. Welcome back, IFZA Gold Cup 2021. Start of the third chukker here between Bangash and Habtoor, and what a good game it's been. 3-2 to the greens as we stand. There's Benja Panillo and Feri Vompertoski making their way back onto the field for Bangash. And they've had a really good tournament. They played well in the Silver Cup. They seem to be getting better all the time, this Bangash team. And they've had one win already. They've lost one game, so this would really put them in a good position if they were to hold on to this. Here comes Sola trying to do something about it here for Habtoor, and he's put the hammer down. Look at the power on this pony here from Facu Sola. He's gone out to the left-hand side. Can he chop this one back towards goal? He switches to the near side, and I don't think he's going to keep it in play, is he? No, he's not. It's wide and over the back line, and possession will go back to the defending green shirts of Bangash. Well, Peter Wright just having a chat there with the grooms. There's an awful lot of spare ponies very close to the field there. And I think Peter's got a point. A little bit dangerous. Play continues. Jauretxe. Little tail shot there, trying to set up Esain. And a whistle on the play as Hasso Kroto comes in and hacks that near sider away from the danger zone. But the Reds think they've got this. As we see the replay, was Hasso Kroto judged to have had his horse's head over the line? Twisted a little bit as he came in to play that near-sider, and it looks like it's a penalty 2 here. A 30-yard open goal and a chance for Facundo Sola to tie the scores at 3. Sola strokes it through. Good contact on the ball, nice and steady from 30. And the threes are all on the scoreboard. It's 3-3 here with 5 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third. Some messages coming in from our Polo Line TV viewers. Tariq Chowdhury says hi to all. Casper West says, loving your work, Tiggs. Come on, Hasso. Casper there with a real Beaufort connection there for Hasso Kroto, of course. Juni Kroto having played with the Tomlinsons at Beaufort for Los Locos many years. And I'm sure that's the connection there from Casper West. Coming in for Hasso Kroto. Shot coming in here from Panillo. Didn't quite get the contact on the ball that he wanted, and now he's under all sorts of pressure from Jauretxe. Well, it's all become very static. He's going to leave it here for Kroto. And Kroto chips it out to the right-hand side. It's a lovely pass out towards Vompertoski, but just sneaking in front of him there was Sola. Takes a hook there on Freddy Vompertoski, who goes flying by, and that's allowed Sola to bring this one away and up over the 60-yard line. Peeling for the foul, but realizes he's got a teammate behind him. Play will continue here as it's picked up by Juan Jauretxe. Jauretxe now getting some protection from Sola, and that's allowed him a little bit of time and space to dance in. Big crunching ride-off comes in there from Panello, who's appealing for the foul as Esain came in and crunched him out of the way, but nothing given from the refs. In fact, it was Hasso Kroto that was knocked out of the way. Here he is, Kroto. He's eventually escaped Esain, and he chops that near sider. And look at this, Panello turning sharply. Didn't quite get away from Sola, and this time he's nudged it forward. And Sola flying out of the saddle, gets the hook there. Decides to play the open backhander out towards Mohammed. In fact, it's Esain he's looking for on the far side, but the backhander is good there and turning it around the corner wonderfully well was Hasso Kroto. And as Benjamin Panillo came flying through, the umpire's whistle has gone. Kroto on the near side, lovely backhander there. And yeah, you see Jauretxe coming in. And the umpires, with a loud blast, they're going to have a chat here and decide where this one's going to go from. Well, they marched it up. It's going to be a penalty fall, a 60-yard hit to Bangash. And the ball's being teed up here by Fedi von Potosky. In fact, 3 team members there from Bangash just having a chat. I think they'll probably leave it here for Benja Panelo. Panelo circling around. Started this match on 11 goals scored in this competition. Can he get another one here from 60? Oh, he's crunched it, but is it out to the right? It is, he's missed it. He's launched it straight into that villa behind the netting. Got so much height on it, plenty of power, but the pony just did a little bit of a jig on him as he came to hit it. And that one's gone wide and out of play. Sola with a restart on the far side. Von Potosky comes across for Facu Sola. Sola with a little show and go, and he's gone past Von Potosky. Reaching out there and getting the hook was Benja Panelo. Picked up by Jauretche. Jauretche now sweeping it forward here on the chestnut. Tries to cut back behind the pony of Hasso Crotto, and he's done a really good job. And Jauretche asking this one to run, and she's flying down the field for him. He sets up the shooting opportunity. That looks really good to me. Can Mohammed get on the end of it? Haida Bangash comes back in defense. Oh, what an important intervention that was by Haida. Super stuff, but the shot's still there. It's still in the melting pot, and Panelo will circle around the corner and try and take the ride off here. Will he leave it for his teammate? Yes, he will. Good work here from Fedi von Potosky. Von Potosky looks over his shoulder to see where Panelo is, and he decides just to nudge it forward himself and sweep it away from the danger zone. Here comes Federico von Potosky. Puts the brakes on, takes the contact there from Jauretche. Jauretche's blocked there by Hasso Crotto, and they're trying to work it forward here, the Greens. Back is the call. Oh, and there's a whistle on the play. Well, Peter Wright was right on the spot. There was 3 greens there, 2 reds, and it was... well, it was a bit messy in the end, and it's going to be a spot hit to Habtoor. Players flying off to change their ponies left, right, and centre. 3-3 with 2 minutes and 48 seconds here in the third. And Solo is going to circle round. And he's got 3 against 2 at the moment. He's deciding to run it. He's up to the 60. Solo puts the brakes on here. Dropping in behind him will be Jauretche. He's going to leave it here for Juan Jauretche, who's going to pull the trigger. Is he? Surely from there he's going to have a go at goal. Oh, and he's tugged it out to the left. Well, what an opportunity. Teed up beautifully, wasn't it, by Sola? And he was looking for a bit of cut on that goal shot, and in the end he's drilled it straight and wide left. Good play by Hasso. Flying through and appealing for the foul there. Can Crotto get back round the corner before Essayin? Yes, he can. Good work from the number 4 here. In fact, the 2 number 4s come together, and Facu Sola comes in, and he thought he was okay to get that ride off in. The whistle's gone, and Hasso Crotto's going to dash off and change his pony, and the umpires will have a chat and march this one down the field. It's going to be, I would have thought, a 5B here to the green shirts of Bangash. Players called. Hasso Crotto still off the field, so Benja Panelo is going to take the 5B. I'm surprised he didn't loop round and slow down the approach, but he's taken a quick tap, and well, it may work in their favour here. Haida Bangash with a shooting opportunity. Haida now chopping it back towards goal. Where's it gone? Oh, he's gone into the traffic. He has another go. Where's that going? It's got to be close. It's been cleared off the goal line, I think. It's been chopped away by Jauretche on the near side, and he's put it straight in front of Facu Sola. Look at this for a ride-off. Wonderful stuff there from Benja Panelo, but he hasn't spotted Jauretche. Jauretche comes in. He didn't get the contact he wants, and the backhander comes in from Benja Panelo. Essayin. Couple of taps. Waiting for Fedi von Potosky to come across. Flicks it and leaves it there for Facundo Sola. Fedi von Potosky complaining that the Reds have taken too many touches, but play will continue. Look at this, Hasso Kroto coming in. Kroto's backhander. Picked up by Sola. Sola bumped out of the way there by Panelo, but he's still going through the traffic. Oh, and there's a chance here for Jauretche. Jauretche pulls the trigger. Where's that one going? It's pretty ugly, but it's bobbling down towards goal. And, well, the next shot came in. Did he hit it through his own goal? I think he might have done. Desperate defense there from Jacinto Kroto. But he's hit it through his own goal, and the goal is good. Habtoor for the first time ahead, 4-3. Yeah, definite own goal there. Desperate defense. To be fair to him, the ball was right on the goal line, and he was flat tack, trying to sweep it out from under his pony's neck, but he has scored an OG. Restart here. Here's Jauretche. Trying to work it forward and lose the attentions of Hasso Kroto. He's gone past Kroto. Then put it back into the traffic. He was appealing for the foul, but rightly so. Play will continue here, and it's von Potosky shoveling it forward. And Sola comes in for a piece of the pie, but there's a loud blast as Fedi von Potosky goes for the full swing. And I think that that is going to be the last of the action from the first half of this match, ladies and gentlemen, as we see the replay. Facundo Sola coming in there with Fedi von Potosky, and we see a couple of very relaxed Amadoris just ordering themselves some lunch, having already played here. Happy birthday there to Jacinto. He's just receiving his birthday messages from his family in Argentina. And at the end of the first half here, Habtoor have wrestled away the lead. It's 4-3.
Agradecer para que este evento sea maravilloso.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back, one and all, as we go to images of Habtoor Al Habtoor, player, owner, and captain of the Dubai Wolves. Down there with Justo Coutinho. The Wolves playing tomorrow, watching on here this afternoon, assessing their opponents. As we go to the chukker by chukker scores, Bangash with a really good start, 2-0 at the end of the first to the Greens. And then Habtoor coming back, winning that second chukker by 2-1. It was 3-2 still to Bangash at the end of the second. And then the Greens failing to score in the third and conceding 2. So Habtoor ahead here at half-time, 4-3. Match stats, field goals, 2 to Bangash, 3 to Habtoor. Throw-ins, 3 to Bangash, 4 by Habtoor. Fouls committed, 7 by Bangash, 3 by Habtoor. No yellow cards in the game thus far. Penalties, 50% from both teams, 1 out of 2. And there's been no corners in the game so far. For those of our Polo Line TV viewers who want to send in a message, get a shout out to your polo club, let us know where you're watching from. It would be good to get you read out and to share the love here on the live stream. Instagram is Polo Line OK, Facebook Polo Line Int, and Twitter at Polo Line. So don't forget, this is the last of the league games for these two, but the winner will finish second and the runner-up will be third, and that will make a big difference for them going further in the draw as to who they play later on in this tournament. So both of these teams are going to want to win this match, no doubt about it. We'll talk more about the draw and who's going up against who later on, but I can tell you that Gantoot have won 3 out of 3, and they've gone as first place qualifiers straight into the semi-finals. The finals of this, of course, IFZA Gold Cup 2021 and the Bentley Cup will be on the 5th of March. For those of you who are in the UAE and fancy coming and joining us here at the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club and want to be a spectator at the most anticipated polo tournament in the region, we will be looking forward to seeing you on the 5th of March. You can buy your tickets at Platinum List, 800 tickets and Virgin tickets. There's a fabulous polo brunch here at the Polo Hotel, starting at 325 dirhams per person. For bookings and more information, FMB reservations at habtoorpoloresort.com. You can get hold of us at the club on social media, Instagram and Facebook at Dubai Polo Gold Cup Series, and Twitter is at Dubai Gold Cup. You'll get all the information and photos that you need. Keep up to date with all the play as we get into the nitty-gritty of this tournament, this IFZA Gold Cup 2021. So 2 former teammates there from La Irianita, winning in Pilar a couple of years back, Hasso Grotto and Juan Jaureche. know each other's games, know each other very well. Teammates, successful teammates from Argentina 2 or 3 seasons ago. Just having a chat there before the start of this second half. Our umpires look like they've changed their ponies and they're ready to roll. That's Peter Wright and Rafael Silva. A glorious day here in Dubai. We've had some mixed weather the last few days, but it's an absolute belter today. Beautiful blue skies, and you can feel the temperature just starting to crank up as we come into spring. Nice breeze though, and the field looking in good condition. So what's the verdict here? We've got a 60-yard hit by the looks of things. Von Potosky's appealing for the 40. Our umpires are having a chat. Fede standing on the 40-yard line with his stick raised. But it's not going to help the cause. It's going to be a penalty 4 here in favour of Bangash, and a chance for them to tie the score here from the stick of Benjamin Panelo. Benka, oh, he's absolutely crunched it straight at Mohamed. And Mohamed's worn that, and he's a bit sore, no doubt about it. But he stopped the shot, and he'll be happy about that. Ball pops out here in front of Hassel. Well, tried to put the brakes on there and fire it back under his pony's neck, but he didn't get the contact on the ball he needed. Here comes Von Potosky, puts Haurici under a bit of pressure, and then the ball pops out nicely here for Fede. Fede looking for some space. He's gone past Haurici. He pulls the trigger. That looks really good from Von Potosky. Oh, lovely stuff. He's split the uprights and he's got the score, and the game is tied at 4. And there's going to be an injury timeout here for Mohamed. He got blasted there with the ball. Panelo's 60-yard penalty went straight into, well, it looks like he's hit him on the backside. And Mohamed requesting the ambulance. If the ambulance can hear me, we have an injured player down there inside the 30-yard line. Not quite sure what they can do with that, whether they got any magic spray for that part of the body, but looks like Mohamed's going to need some time here. The ambulance is on its way. So as the ambulance comes to Mohamed Al Habtoor's aid, gives us an opportunity to read out some messages from some of our viewers on Polo Line TV. Tarek says, well done, Mr. Haider, and good goal, Fede. Andrea Parisella, hi people. And Sangram Sandy Sarabj says, Sandy Polo from Gurgaon Polo Club. Not quite sure where that is, but our love goes out to you. Hope you're enjoying the action from wherever you are. That's all of our viewers on Polo Line TV. Well, it looks like Mohamed is good. He's back on board. Certainly a bit of a stinger, but he's tough and he's ready for action. So our umpire, Rafael Silva, calls the players across, picked up this time by Facundo Sola. He nudges it forward. Esain is there, as is Hasso Croto. Croto comes in with a backhander, trying to tee up an attack here for Von Potosky. Ferry reaching out there with Jauretche. And Esain's tail backhander has gone out of play. Hasso Croto goes first time up towards Panelo. Panelo trying to escape the attentions there of Jauretche. Panelo goes to the near side, didn't quite get the shot, but Von Potosky comes through. Sola will turn nicely for the red shirts, and he's got an overlap. Can he get this pass away? Yes, he can. Chops it up to the halfway line, and absolutely flying down the field here is Juan Jauretche. Jauretche glances over his shoulder, didn't quite get the contact on the ball there, and the approach shot is out to the left-hand side, sweeping it on the near side. Oh, beautiful finish there from Jauretche. Well, a couple of mishits on the offside, to be fair, and then on the near side, he did the damage. Good recovery there from Jauretche on the run, and Habtoor back in the lead, 5-4. Sola trying to get his pony going and get away from Von Potosky, and he's done just that, and he's chopped it out to the right-hand side. Mohamed went out to the left, though, and Sola will come through on this himself. Pushed out of the way. Good work from Ferry Von Potosky in defence. And Sola was appealing for the foul, but I didn't see what he was on about, and play will continue here in Von Potosky. Ferry now chops it out to the right-hand side. Good work from Von Potosky. Good hit there up towards Panelo. Panelo putting the brakes on here. Von Potosky going for the return pass. And, well, he didn't. Well, he did. He got it back to Ferry. Ferry had to put the brakes on hard there, and Sola and Von Potosky come together, and there's a whistle on the play. Von Potosky did well there against Jauretche, but then turned back into the traffic. And that's what our umpire has seen. He's given a spot hit here to Habtoor. Facundo Sola cuts it across the field, and Hasso Croto will get there before Jauretche. Croto. Sola tried to meet it on there. Oh, a chance here for Von Potosky. Can he get away? Oh, that's good skills from Von Potosky. Got the hook and the ball there. Sola coming through and appealing for the foul, but Ferry Von Potosky still in possession of the ball here. He's going to need some backup here in the form of Benjamin Panelo. Panelo, good work there on the difficult side of his pony, and then back to the offside. But as he dragged back and tried to pick that ball up, the whistle has gone. As we see the replay, just a miscontrol there, and in the end, the angle that he tried to get back to the ball, Peter Wright was on the spot, and it looked like a foul from here. It's going to be a spot hit. Habtoor about 70 yards away from their goal. Esain takes a tap and then a very casual shot out towards Facundo Sola, but it was too casual. Didn't get enough on it, and the whistle's gone as Von Potosky came flying through. We see on the replay here, Sola trying to drop in and make something of it, but the umpires have blown their whistle. Well, I can tell you that the penalty's gone in favour of Habtoor. Feli von Potosky there just questioning the decision with Rafa Silva. And in the end, von Potosky goes back in defence, and he's going to be facing up to a Facundo Sola 60-yard attempt at goal. Guille Coutinho down there in the pony lines on the Habtoor camp. Manager of Habtoor. And how he'd like this one to go over the top from Sola. Oh, that's a strange contact on the ball. It went high, but it's gone wide. As we see the replay, sort of spoon the ball up in the air. Didn't get much contact on it, and it was just wide of that post. Croto, under pressure here from Sola. Panello working so hard off the ball, isn't he? Went out to the left and then back to the right, and then flying through to try and steal that one away from Essayin, and there's another whistle on the play here. 2 minutes and 44 seconds left on the clock here in the fourth, the penultimate chukker here in this IFZA Gold Cup 2021 clash, and it's going to be a hit from the centre of the field. The ball is teed up by Jacinto Croto, the number 4 here. Circling around for Bangash, coming in off a short run-up. He's got Panello breaking out to the left-hand side. Little bit of contact there between Panello and Sola. It's gone straight down the middle. This could go all the way. It's very close to that left post. And von Potosky reaching out on the near side has tied the game at 5. And that was Feli von Potosky's 4th goal of the game. Super staff read it well. And a lovely long hit from Hassel Croto. Landed a bit softly and just needed a tickle over the line there from von Potosky on the near side. And he's tied the match here. It's 5-5. Whoa. Well, we've got Jauretche and Benja Panello on the deck. Jauretche looks okay. Let's hope Benja's all right. He got a real trampling there. Looks like he's good to get up. And that is good to see. He's up, and a round of applause for both players. So he's looks like Benja's all right. But certainly a thumping fall. He got absolutely trampled there. Ambulance is quick on the scene, which is good to see. Yeah, and they're shaking hands. There was no malice in that, just a stumble from a pony and then just a nasty accident. Benja's back on board and he's vaulted on, so he can't be in too much pain. Good to see as we see the replay of this. Quite a bizarre one, wasn't it? Oh, and I see it was Jauretche trying to get to the ball. He went across the back of Panello's pony, clipped him behind the saddle, and Benja Panello went down sideways and he brought down Jauretche as well, and they all ended up in a big bundled heap. Well, the umpires have had a long discussion about this. They've turned to the third man, Daniel Boudou. And although there was no malice in it, they've decided that this is going to be a penalty 3, 40-yard hit. Facundo Sola just having a chat with the referees as he goes back behind the goal line. It's not going to change their decision. And Jauretche, who was just trying to get to the ball, clipped Panelo behind the saddle, and that's what caused the accident. That's what the umpires have seen, and that's what they've awarded. It's going to be a 40-yard hit and a chance here for Bangash with 1 minute and 59 seconds on the clock remaining here in this fourth chukka. A chance for them to go 6-5. Penelo goes for goal, and he's got the score. He's clubbed it into the wall behind the goal. The flag is raised, and Bangash are back in the lead here. It's 6-5. Absolutely drilled it in a perfect spot. Sola was flying out of the goal trying to stop it, but Panelo, with plenty of power, just put it in front of the defending player, and there's nothing that the 9-goaler could do to prevent the score. 6-5 Bangash. Panelo, Jauretche. Jauretche working it, well, just beyond the tee, and then Panelo coming in. Jauretche nicking it back. A bit of cat and mouse and Tom and Jerry between these two, the two number 3s. Jauretche still in possession of the ball here. Bonpatoski, superb stuff from Fedi. Look at that. He caned it, but he certainly got the right angle on it. And there's a chance here. Look at this. Esain has been done here by Benjamin Panelo, and Panelo didn't quite get the shot forward that he wanted. And good horse work there from Esain. Comes in and crunches Panelo out of the way. Picked up by Sola. Sweeps it across the field there on his own 40-yard line. Gets a little bit of a break there off the pony, who kicks it forward for him. And they're still in possession of the ball here. It's Esain. Felix. Oh, he's done well there, the young Argentine. He's left it to Sola. Sola comes across the field. Oh, that was close, wasn't it? Panelo came across for the steal. Bonpatoski's there. He'll straighten up and flick it around the corner. Oh, and look at this for the Greens. There's a chance here. Bonpatoski's done really well. Is that one going to stay in play? Yes, it is. Panelo from there. Surely he's going to get the score for Bangash. Well, what a steal from Fedi Bonpatoski. Facu Sola picked the ball up on the boards there after some really cute work from Felix Esain. He brought it in field. He went past Panelo, who almost nicked it off him, but he didn't see Bonpatoski waiting. And Bonpatoski with a lovely little steal on the near side, and then the perfect pass back to his teammate. And wow, what a last minute or so Bangash have had to this fourth and penultimate chukka here. They come in at the change. 7-5.
The first drive-in petrol station appeared way back in 1913. It was the beginning of a new era. The car was gaining in popularity, and those stations were getting bigger, trying to keep pace with the cars coming in. But no matter how fast they grew, those queues grew faster. Fast forward to today, and in most places, queues are a thing of the past. Shops, groceries, banks, they're all available on apps, all in the interest of saving time. Because today, time is what it's all about. Our days are busier than ever, and the world is doing everything it can to keep up. The one thing that hasn't kept up is the petrol station. The queues are still long, just as long as they were 100 years ago. In other words, we need something contactless, simpler, smarter, something like Cafu.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here at the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club as we see that superb shot of downtown Dubai, the Burj Khalifa in the background. Spectacular view here from our commentary position on the third floor of the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club Hotel. The ball's in for the start of the fifth. Esain gets some protection there from Sola, who nudges Von Potosky out of the way. Good work there by the young Argentine. Esain gets the ball back towards Facu Sola. Sola comes in. He's under pressure there from Benja Panelo. Sola on the near side. Still in possession of the ball, but Von Potosky sensed an opportunity. Facu Sola coming in. He's appealing for the foul, as was Hasso Kroto. Kroso now back in possession of the ball. Hasso, can he get this one forward to a teammate? He's going to run it himself, but he's got Sola coming back for a piece of the action. Two of them cancel each other out, and it's left here for Panelo, who's looping around. He shoots down towards that far goal, and where's that one gone? It's got to be pretty close. Oh, he's missed it by 2 inches wide left. And Jauretche, after rushing to get back into position, was happy to see the ball go wide and out of play. Play is called. Sola is going to change horse. And in fact, he's had to jump off in order to get back on the next one, and that's taken him an awful lot of time, not quite the pit stop that Facu Sola wanted. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, he's left the ball here to a couple of teammates, and well, Benjamin Panelo coming in there, he's protesting his innocence, but, well, didn't need to foul, did he? Didn't assess the situation. Sola was off the field, and the whistle's gone. The clock stops with 5 minutes and 44 seconds left here in the fifth, and it's going to be a 5B penalty to Habtoor. Sola's going to take the responsibility here. Esain is going to go up. Facu takes a tap. Von Potosky comes across. Little measured pass out towards Jauretche. Juan Jauretche puts the brakes on. Spins around the corner. Contact there with Panelo. And Sola will sweep in behind him. And he's got the jump there on Von Potosky. But Hasso, whoa! And it's good to see that that bay mare is up and running. She looks okay after that nasty little fall there. She went down sideways, but it's good to see Hasso Kroto, who was the last line of defense there for Bangash. And the umpires already have got the yellow card out and shown it towards Facu Sola. And they've just come upstairs and had a check here with Daniel Boudou, who's got the benefit of the replay on the monitor. And I can tell you that the yellow card stands, and they're marching their way down the field, and it's going to be a penalty to Bangash. And it's good to see Hasso Kroto is okay, and he's back on board. An opportunity here from 60 yards in the hands of Benjamin Panelo. Oh, he's absolutely crunched it, but he's pulled it wide. Superb contact on the ball, but it looked a little bit quick, the swing, and he's just turned it over, and it's wide left. So Habtoor with a big sigh of relief from their own back line. There is still plenty of time for them, but they certainly didn't want to concede that one. Not the best knock-in we've ever seen. Well worked there by Solo, who comes and retrieves the situation after a short pass from Esain. Jauretche trying to muscle this one forward towards Facundo Sola. Backhander comes in there on the near side. It's a really good hit there from Panelo once again. And Von Potosky coming around the corner, and a cry of anguish as Jauretche came across. And the umpire's whistle has gone. Peter Wright once again right on the spot. As we see the two players banking around the corner here, and well, it looked like there might have been a slightly mistimed ride-off. And it's going to be a penalty here to Bangash. Jauretche changing pony. Panelo circles round. Oh, the pony's dancing left and right, and he had to show good composure there, Panelo, and he's got the score. And Bangash have got that 3-goal cushion. And well, there's only 4 minutes and 35 seconds left in the match. What have Habtoor got left here? Open backhander there from Hasselkroto, and look at this. Von Potosky's looking for another score here for Bangash. He switches to the near side. Jauretche comes flying back. Oh, Von Potosky's cut it back towards goal. He's overcut it. Can he get there? No, it's run out of play, and it's wide. Less than 4 minutes remaining here. Esain gets more on the ball there than he did in that last knock-in. He's put it straight in front of Facundo Sola. Sola with a chance now to get something going here for the Reds. Launches that one forward back towards Esain. Panelo will take the contact with the man and switch to the near side. He fizzes that tail backhander infield, and turning sharply here is Croto. Oh, what a good ride off that was, and Jauretche didn't quite get the contact on Croto that he wanted, and Croto has escaped with the ball here. Goes for goal. Launches it. He's gone long, but he's gone way wide. And Jauretche, the number 3 here for Habtoor, will put the brakes on and wait for Panelo to show his hand. Brings it back across the face of his own goal. This is confident stuff from Jauretche. Oh, and he's been tagged there by Panelo. He was waiting for that. How dangerous could this be here for Bang? Oh, lovely steal there from Sola. Sola now on the bay. Can he get something going? And up the other end of the field, flying back here in defence and reaching out for the hook there in defence is Hasselkroto, but Sola eventually gets tagged there on the hook and leaves the ball behind on the halfway line. Superb backup. Where's that one gone from Esain? Surely he's not scored from there, has he? He has! Well, it was miles out. And when he hit it, I thought, oh, if that's not straight, he's overhit it, it's going to go out of play. But he went straight through the middle of the goal. And he must have been, what, 100 yards away. What a hit from Esain. And there is still time. Let me tell you, there's 2 minutes and 16 seconds on the clock, and it's 8-6. Possession of the ball from this throw-in, absolutely vital. Who's going to get it? Mohamed El Habtoor is there. In fact, they're all 3 Habtoor players, and Sola will pick it up here, receiving that little flick back pass there from Jauretche. Sola working it through the traffic. Panelo can't get that one, and Jauretche will chunk it forward there, and Sola will fly down onto this. Sola flying through, appealing for the foul, but good hook coming in there from Hasselkroto, who's had a really good game, and here comes Panelo on the counter. Esain comes in. Can he get this pass away to Panelo? I think he can. That's super stuff from Ferry. What a pass that is. And look at Benjamin Panelo. Panelo now with a chance. Can he pick up the ball on the half volley? Yes, he can. This looks super stuff from Bangash. And Panelo has got the score, and surely with it the game. It's 9-6. Well, Ferry Von Potosky, who's scored 4 goals himself, this time delivering the perfect pass for Panelo. The ball was hopping all over the place, and Benja Panelo made it look easy. Wonderful stuff. And they're entitled to wait for the goal scorer, and he's now back, so the ball is back in play. Pompatoski comes in, he's crunched out of the way here by Sola. Turning the corner there is Benjamin Panelo. Panelo now the number 3 for Bangash, just seconds remaining here. He's going to pull the trigger and go for goal. He's chopped it back in field, but it's off the cane and it's not going to reach. Here comes Jauretche. Jauretche's open backhander looking for Sola. Sola realizing that time is ticking away. He's going to take a tap and lamp this one forward towards Mohamed. Mohamed comes down the field, but Haider Bangash once again is well positioned, and is a swing and a miss there from Haider, but he won't mind too much because time is up, ladies and gentlemen. The hooter goes for the end of this 5th chukker, the last chukker of the day. And wow, what a game we've seen here between Bangash and Habtoor. Players just exchanging pleasantries there in the middle of the field. Peter Wright and Rafa Silva as we go to the chukker by chukker. Bangash with a good start. They were 2-0 at the end of the first. Habtoor won the second chukker by 2-1, but still came in trailing at the end of that second. It was 3-2 to Bangash, should I say. Half time, Habtoor had turned it around, hadn't they? At the end of the third, Bangash failing to score in that third chukker. Habtoor got 2, and at half time, it was the red shirts of Habtoor that had the lead, 4-3. Great fourth chukker by Bangash, scoring 4 goals in that fourth chukker. And they came in 7-5. And in the end, Bangash won the final chukker by 2-1. And the final score, Bangash 9, Habtoor 6. Some lovely shots from our drone as the Bangash team, well, they'll be absolutely elated, won't they? Play 3, 1-2, and that puts them in a really good position because, of course, big difference coming second and third in this group as to who you get next up. As we see Haider and Fedi coming off the field, and they'll be really, really delighted. They had a couple of good performances in the Silver Cup, and they seem to be coming good at the right time. Pompatoski's absolutely elated. What a good game he had. 4 goals and some superb work in midfield. Never gives up on anything. And in the end, a wonderful pass up towards Panelo, who sealed the deal. Some messages coming in from a couple of our Polo Line viewers. One Love Polo from Andrea Parisella. Good man with son. And Ali Urrehman says, swift game and great defense, loving the polo. Good to hear from so many people on the live stream from Polo Line TV as Fedi Pompatoski gets some congratulations there from his family and friends down in the Bangash camp. And wow, what a performance from him. Fedi getting some congratulations there from the grooms and the Bangash fans. Lucas Monteverde there congratulating the Greens as they come off. As we go to the match stats, Bangash field goals 6-5, throw-ins Bangash 6, Habtoor 8. Fouls committed, Bangash 11, Habtoor 8. And Habtoor receiving 2 yellow cards, none to Bangash. Penalties, Bangash 3 out of 6, Habtoor 1 out of 3. And there were no corners in the match. I've got a message coming in from downstairs. Let's have a look at what this one says. Amber's asking, when will the commentator take her to see the camels? Well, we'll talk about that later. Camels in the desert. Got some great friends with some racing camels down near the camel track. Went to see them yesterday. Great set of guys. Lovely to see them all. Hopefully get them up to the polo at some point. As we go to the highlights and best goals chosen by our producer here. Let's have a look, see what we've got. Super stuff from Von Potosky with that near side play, and here he is involved again, chipping that one down towards Benja Panelo. Missed control on the first one, but he flicks it across the line. Oh, and look at this from Essayin. Absolutely crunched it from miles out. He probably overhit it. Surely he wasn't intending to go to goal from there. He had Sola in front of him, but it was dead straight. And this was the one, Von Potosky nicking the ball away on the near side, puts it back in front of Benja Panelo. And Panelo doing the damage, picking the ball up there on the half volley a couple of times and going straight through the center of the goal. So super stuff by the Greens as we see Hasso Croto and Benja Panelo talking about a couple of plays, congratulating each other. Congratulations coming in there from Paliurquiza. And all smiles down in the Bangash camp. So that's pretty much it for our transmission here on Polo Line TV. The last of the action on this day. Don't forget to tune in 2 o'clock local time tomorrow, where we will have our last qualifying rounds of the league games here in the IFZA Gold Cup 2021. Until then, it's adios.